Assalamu alaikum everyone, and I am back again with brand new ideas on upcycling, repurposing and passing our time very creatively. So I thought, why not recycle, then upcycle, in fact repurpose some jars, as we all have jars lying around, different kind of jars. They can be any kind, it doesn't have to be any particular shape, it doesn't have to be any particular jar. So these are the jars I had, and I had these two animal figures that my kids had, and now that they've grown up, I had them lying around. I use them for my art classes and we do observation drawing. So I have these animal figures, and I thought, why not? There was this idea that I'd seen and I'd been wanting to try out for some time, and I thought this is the perfect opportunity, as I have the time right now and I have the material right now. So we will be upcycling these jars, and you can later use them for candies, or anything that you want to use them for. They could, kids can use them as money boxes or whatever. It's up to you really, the creativity. My part is just showing you what to do, and I'm sure you will have reasons for making these jars. And I'm wearing gloves today, and it is not so much because of the pandemic, but more because I will dirty my hands if I don't wear them. So I have these spray cans with me, and what I'm going to do is going to be spraying these jars. So I need to wear the gloves to protect my hands, right? See? So this is how you spray. You do it gently, do it from a distance. And oh, I must keep this one away and these away. Okay, so your paper should not have, or your base, wherever you're doing it, make sure nothing else is around, because that may just hamper, and the paint might just go around. So we keep the spray at a distance and then we spray off. Okay, so since I need to do the sides, I needed to protect my hands. See, there's a little too much spray here, so it is kind of coming together. Alright, we go around. It's very easy, and I haven't tried this with acrylic paints, but maybe I'll give it a shot later and let you know whether acrylics will work on this. But I would prefer to do it with spray paint, because I know for sure that this will work. Okay, so that's it all around, nice and pink. And I will just shift this to a side, okay? And then I will spray this with another color. With this pink. So you must be wondering what it is that I'm aiming to do. Well, I'm going to make, what would I call them? Bottle tops, maybe? I'm going to create bottle tops and cute little jars for storage by incorporating these two elements, as in the animal figure. You could use different stuff that you have lying at home. You could even stick a shell up there if you don't have these figures, or the Monopoly houses. Why am I talking about Monopoly houses? Because just today, this morning, I was decluttering with my sons, and I came across games that they weren't playing, or things were lost. They weren't, the pegs were lost, the cards were not in place. So yeah, I used this board down here I repurposed it. It's an extra board that I found, so I thought I'd use it as a base for my artwork. This was brown paper that I found lying around. Again, it wasn't any good, so I thought, okay, perfect. Develop that black. Okay, let me just see what the camera angle is like. Okay. So can you see what is going on? Yeah, I could do this as well. Just pick it up and I'll show it to you from the sides, alright? Just so that you know how this is being done. I'll just show it to you. Okay. Okay, so but if I hold it, I can't really spray it well. So I will have to put it down, alright? Bear with me. put it over here. Once this is done, we'll have to wait for it to dry very well, all right? Now there's a bit left on this side and I don't want to touch it, so I'll just go around like this. Okay, so I have a nice and smooth finish right now, and I'll wait for it to dry, and I'll be right back, and we just wait for it to dry. Okay, so while it's drying, how about we do some animals as well? So I want to work in a nice contrast. The figures I will use, what would look nice with this black? I think a yellow would look good with it. So I have this yellow spray paint. Guys, you could use oil paint as well. It will just take longer to dry, but once dry, it will be as good as using these. But the yellow is not quite setting on it. I might need to do some coats, okay? This press is kind of a little hard to press. The cans aren't new, I have them lying around. You know, I have a studio, so yes, I do have quite a bit of art material on me, but art stores have opened, so you do have access to the stores. This is the little figure. I'll bring it closer. See? It's a little figure. It's a little rhino. No, sorry, a hippo. So I'm just spray painting this, and I will wait for it to dry before I turn it over. In the meantime, I'll do this little figure here and let that dry. Okay, so I have a red as well. These were the 4 paints that I had. I'm just using whatever I had. This would look brilliant in gold and silver as well. It will look really nice. Pick that up and show it to you as well. And here we go. See? Right there. Coming in one color, okay? Okay, so I'm going to take a break, let these dry, and be right back. Okay, so most of it is dry. The hippo is taking more time to dry as the paint was light and I had to coat it multiple times. But in the meantime, I can continue with the rest of what I had in mind. So I'm going to just give this side. Okay, this is going to go here like this later. All right, so like that. All right, so I'm just going to paint this a little. I want to give it a little border, and I thought this green would look nice. I'm using acrylic paint. I'm using a brush which is half number, flat brush, and a number 3 Winsor & Newton brush as well. Using acrylic paints. Border, and I might have to give it a couple of coats before I get it in one solid color. You don't have to do this. If you can even do a collage, if you have beads at home or seashells, or you can use so much material that you just have lying around. So if you don't have something particular, no need to fret about it. Just use what you have and be creative and enjoy. a little oh God. So it's a little wet still. I'll hold it like this as I wait for it to dry, and I do some finishing on it. So have you been trying out the tutorials that I've posted? Thank you everyone who's been sending me pictures of the work they've done or the kids might have done. The tutorials are for both adults and kids. Art is for everyone to enjoy, art is for therapy, and same goes for craft. There's nothing like creativity that will make you feel, if you're feeling low, if you want to high, be creative. Do something, create something. Okay, so I'll wait for this to dry and then give it a second coat, because if I keep going over this, the paint will just keep peeling off again and again. Okay, so once it's a little dry, then I will give it another coat. So as I wait for that one to dry off a little and let me do the finishing, I will start off with the other lid. And I thought this orange would look really pretty. Actually, I think I will leave one as it is so that you can see, what the impact will be of both products when they're done, of both the designs, and maybe you'll decide you don't want to border. I was actually bothered by the name of the brand showing through on this one, and on this one when I place the hip on top, it won't show really, so I'm not too troubled about covering it up. But here I wanted to conceal that the name showing through, so I just covered it up with paint. I just need to wait for it to dry a little and coat it. So I will wait for it to dry in the meantime and then get back. Alright, so I'm going to just finish this off now. I just use thicker paint, less water. I'm using a number 3 round brush. I didn't need to use the flat brush at all. Oh dear. Okay, so where it's dry, the paint will give it a second coat. Where it's wet, I will have to wait again. It doesn't have a perfectly smooth finish because there was some imprint in the plastic. So I am not giving it, strokes that are going like that. I'm just tapping on it so that it fills into that, or that imprint of the brand. So acrylics should work fine on it too if you don't have spray paints. Spray paints are just quicker and smoother to work with. I'll finish this as it dries and show you the finished product. Okay, so I finished done the finishing of the green inside, and I placed this on top just to see how it would look. And now I'm just putting some dots here in brown to finish off the circle and just give it a little bit of detail. As I said, you don't have to paint, give it a border, or you can let it be. This was just my own beef that I had to get rid of. I just didn't like the brand name showing through, so I concealed it. Alright, so now we're almost done with this. And I'm just going to use a bit of glue. So white glue is one thing that you will require. You can use the back of any paintbrush, any stick, and just put some glue here. Be careful and wait for it to dry well before you. So can you see this? Make sure it's nice and centered, and there we go, just like that. Okay, and I'll keep it on the bottle and show it to you. When this glue dries, oopsie, wait, it's still not dry. I'll just show it to you and then I'll wait for it to dry and then show you the bottle again. There we go. I'm going to give another border on the green. Yeah, I have my fetishes, so yeah. And this is my hippo already, the lid. I'm going to place it here and see. I just loved the black. I just think the black came out so nice and stark that next time black is going to be the color for me. Okay, the glue will dry up and it will go transparent. You won't be able to see it. However, I will, in my break, I will just pick up the excess glue with a cotton bud and I'll just show you. Like this. I will pick that up with a cotton bud. I went and fetched a cotton bud so that I could show you how I'm going to clean it up. See? Just like that. Can you see that? Just picking up the excess. I also put a newspaper on top because when I spray painted, the brown paper became so messy that no further work that I would have done would have shown on it because there were so many colors and the spray paint and everything. So I just put a newspaper on top so that it become a little neater. Okay, almost done. So yeah, I love the stark black and the contrast. But it's really up to you. For now, I'll just keep it like this. I will tilt it and show it to you in a bit. And I need to close this white glue. White glue will dry out if I leave it open. Just to... Okay, so sometimes what you think is really simple is what you really need to work on more and more. But I don't quite have the look that I wanted for this, but I think I'm going to attain it after I put these dots here. So the material that you need for this is basically paint and of course jars, brushes, whatever it is that you're going to be using on top, like these pieces, and white glue. Alright, so next time I am going to use a jar that does not have a brand on top. I give classes as well. You can check out my page for more ideas. I keep posting the projects I do with children and adults on Artelicious classes on Instagram and Facebook. It's ARTELICIOUS. And I am Bina Ali. And I am using this COVID period to fulfill all those wishes that I always wanted to do and never had the time to really try out. I have many more projects. I have mosaic coming up, hopefully, and other crafty projects too that I will do on and post tutorials of. So please do leave a feedback, do like, do subscribe, do share, and if there's something that you'd like to see, let me know. If there's something you didn't enjoy, let me know, because your feedback is so important for me to know how well these tutorials are being taken, and how I should be spending my time posting them. What should I be teaching? What would you like to learn? What is it that you've learned? So yeah, I'm almost done here. And I have 2 candy jars already. There you go. See, it's still not very sturdy, so I'm going to keep a finger there. But I'll post a picture at the end, let them dry. This is this one, okay? So let them dry well. And then I will post pictures at the angle that you can see. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This is me, Bina Ali, signing out now. And take care, enjoy, be creative. Bye bye guys.